Wow. We're both very, very excited, so if we get a little choppy, you'll excuse us. This really is a me'arum me'aver. I want to say my speech, but I'm not speechless. So I'm just going to stick to the text, and I hope that it works. So first of all, I want to start by recognizing and thanking all of you for coming on a weeknight in the middle of a week, a short week, which is packed, and before Yom Tov and stuff like that. I want to thank Rabbi Schmidman, Rabbi Feldman, Rabbi Eis, Rabbi Alpert, Mr. Seidman, and mainly the parents and our friends and the machanichim and madrichim and everyone that's here tonight. I also want to recognize especially my parents who flew in from Israel and arrived yesterday to be with us tonight. We're very spoiled shlichim in the sense that our parents come visit us quite often. But at the same time, we're very, very grateful, and we could not have done it without ongoing trips both ways to reconnect with our family. Next time in Hawaii. Next time, shlichut in Hawaii, my dad said. Philadelphia was not such an exotic destination, yeah. I also want to say a special thank you, of course, to Asher, who... And also multiple times I have to explain to Talia and El-Chai that we're not just a regular family. So we do all different weird things, like go from Torah Academy to shop for a carnival, or be awake way past 4 and 5 and 6 and 7-year-olds bedtime. And they do all different things that most kids their age don't do, but they do it really awesome. So let's give a round of applause to Talia and El-Chai. Okay, so as you know, Asher and me, there's things that we do really well together, but we're also very different. So while there have been quite a bunch of speeches tonight, we're each going to talk, because each one of us is a little different. We say things a little different. So I'm going to go first, and then Asher is going to follow. And now I'm going to start. הוא היה אומר, לא עליך המלאכה לגמור, ולא אתה בן חורין להיבטל ממנה. Close to 2,000 years ago, Rabbi Tarfon said, it's not up to you to complete the task, nor are you free to release yourself from it. It's with that mindset that we left our home and we left our families and our community and our jobs in Israel 3 years ago. We felt that as individuals and as a family, we have been gifted with countless blessings by Hashem and by our families. We felt blessed by the understanding of the importance and the magic and the kedusha of life in Israel. We felt blessed to have each had the opportunity to be able to serve our country. We felt blessed that each one of us was given a foundation of Talmud Torah in our homes and in the yeshivot and batei midrash we went to. We felt blessed that as a couple, we have shared values that we feel we can convey and pass on. And we felt that the wealth of these blessings infuses us with the responsibility to take these values and ideas we were passionate for and not just hold them to ourselves, but to take them to the next step. We hoped that through shlichut, we would be able to do really just a bit of that. Through Bnei Akiva, through the classroom, Shabbat table, Kiddush conversations, and just through the day-to-day friendship. But at the same time, just like Rabbi Tarfon said, anything you do, and especially going on shlichut, is by definition a very, very, very partial task. And I think for the past few months, I've been agonizing about the partial task that we've done here. You come for a limited amount of time, and you come to a location which is very wide, but at the same time, the interaction is limited and it has its limitations. And you hope and you pray that when you left all that stuff you left behind, that your presence will be effective. You hope that programs you run or classes you teach will be meaningful. And you hope that the personal connections that you build will be impactful and will be real and will be sincere. And you hope that the limitations that are built in being a shaliach for a temporary time won't make the work that you do be limited. And more than anything, you pray that everything will be l'shem shamayim and will limtzo chen v'sechel tov b'nei Elokim v'adam, that it'll be favorable in the eyes of man and in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. As we return home, we feel double blessed. Not only are we blessed to go back to the blessed lives that we hope are waiting for us in Israel, but we feel blessed for the countless blessings that each one of you has given us here. We're grateful and blessed to Torah Academy, to its staff, to its teachers, to its administration, and for everything it has done for our children, for Talyan and Chai, in acclimating them 3 years ago with not a word of English, and teaching them to speak, read, and write in a totally accentless English, which is much better than ours, and so is their spelling, by the way. So, yeah, their emails one day will be better than my emails. We feel blessed and we're grateful to the entire school community of Kohelet Yeshiva for all it has done in taking us in, and entrusting us with teaching and cultivating and supporting the many ideas and the initiatives, and mainly a lot of the Israeli mishagas we try to bring to the school and make a part of the school community and culture. We're grateful and blessed to the entire Lower Merion Synagogue community, to the rabbi, to Gwen, to Rabbi Silver, to the board, for everything they've done to host and support Bnei Akiva and the partnership and all that. And finally, we're deeply grateful to Bnei Akiva of Lower Merion, that's you guys, to the Chanichim, to the Madrichim, to the Rashim, to the parents, to the board, for all they have done to make Bnei Akiva such a live and vibrant reality in Lower Merion, in the Northeast, and in Cherry Hill. We have to say a particular huge thank you to Ira Sved for everything he does for Bnei Akiva. Not everybody knows. My joke is that, okay, so there's Avinu Shebashamayim, right? We know who he is. We both have Avinu Sheba'aretz. My dad is here, Asher's dad is Ba'aretz. And we also have Avinu Shebephiladelphia. And that's Ira Sved. I know there's some kids of Ira Sved and some parents of Ira Sved here. So you're probably wondering what to give your dad for Father's Day, right? Around the corner. So I know that your dad is missing something in his wardrobe because he's hinted that to me multiple times. So I just wanted to, I just get the bag over there. We brought Ira the missing item in his wardrobe. So, okay, so it goes like this. So if you were wondering, this is the missing item in Ira's wardrobe. We couldn't just give Ira a wrinkled, like $10 shirt, so we made it like a little prettier with some pictures of our Bnei Akiva. Ira's moving and like that, so you can wear it and you can hang it. So if you want to. So if you start seeing Ira walking around when he's doing the guard duty outside shul on Shabbos morning and he's wearing the shoelaces, no one bad is going to walk into the shul and the shoelaces are guarding Lower Merion Synagogue. So Ira. Another thank you is really the pasuk I wanted to say is I don't want to say hazorim b'dima b'rinai ktsor, that you plant in tear and you harvest with happiness, or dishanta b'shemen roshi kosir vaya. Becky was a student of mine a couple of years ago, probably about 6 years ago, when I was working in Migdal Oz. And I feel very, very blessed coming, I'll say this, one of the first circles that absorbed us when we came to Philadelphia was the Migdal Oz circle. If it's Becky Moses, if it's Naomi Haken, which is here, if it's the Tanner, the Dardashti girls who have gone to Migdal Oz over the years. But there's a bunch of teachers in the room, but the blessing that it is that a student of yours reciprocates in a way of a dinner like this is a blessing that, let's put it this way, when you go into chinuch, you don't imagine that this is one of the things that's going to happen. So I have a small present for Becky. Asher, bring it over. Becky, come on. Let's give Becky a big round of applause. I'm holding the tears in, Becky. Here. Through Bnei Akiva, we have the ongoing blessing and zchut to see all of your kids shine while they're singing and dancing and doing zmirot and rocking a tish and engaging in team leadership and religious Zionist values. We feel incredibly blessed, and we're so grateful to all of you for all you have done to support the program, to support us as a family in so many levels. As we return home and start searching for the next task we can fulfill, we request that the blessings of Bnei Akiva will continue to be impactful here in the community. We request of you, we beg of you, We request that you encourage your kids to get involved as chanichim and madrichim and stepping up in team leadership. Bnei Akiva is the type of organization that the more you give to it, the more it gives back to you. And the wonderful high schoolers that are in the room and the graduates of Bnei Akiva that are doing amazing things out there are the testimony for really the magic of Bnei Akiva. We request that you support the incoming shlichim to the extent that we were supported. I want to give a shout out to Elisa Dayanim and to Shifra Vega, who really from day one, we came into a house, we felt like Goldilocks. Like the beds were made, there was food in the fridge. We were just waiting for someone to knock on the door and say, who's sleeping in my bed? Who's eating in my dishes? Who's, like that? Because everything to the most, tiny details was taken care of. I feel like so grateful to all of you who had us over for Shabbat meals, for events, to sharing your smachot with us. Please, please, please embrace and take in the incoming shlichim as much as you have taken us. We want to request also that you do the same to the Bnot Shirut. The Bnot Shirut adds so much in the front of the scene and in the back of the scene. Their English isn't always good enough to get on a stage like we are, but everything we do is with the team effort of our Bnot Shirut Lomi. Let's give them also a round of applause. Lastly, really, this dinner is about Yerushalayim and about Bnei Akiva, and I think it's very fit that they're tied together. But what we request is that we continue to embrace the religious Zionist values and the culture of this community, in the shuls, in the schools, and in your own home. The task or the mission statement of Bnei Akiva is Am Yisrael be'eretz Yisrael al pi Torat Yisrael. This task is a mission which is, none of us can fulfill it alone, but at the same time, none of us is free to release themselves from it. Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor, ve'lo ata ben chorin libatel mimena. And again, we're so grateful, and we love you all so much, and we really, really miss you already. And we can't wait to see you in Israel. Thank you.